I don't know why I'm exposing myself like this, but I'm gonna break my promise that I make in this video here, and I'm not gonna work on my dream project, a story that I created 10 years ago. And it's not because I don't want to, like, I'm dying to create and write this story, but I need to face the reality, and the reality is that I'm a beginner writer with zero experience, and I need to make some strategic decisions right now, and that is I need to pivot. So, and that's what we're going to talk in today's video. So if you're a beginner writer and you need to make some big decision about your book, maybe hear me out first. So as I said, I come up with this amazing story 10 years ago, but I didn't have the confidence at that time to start writing it. So I just, forgot about it. And this year, after my New Year's resolution, I decided that I want to do something creative. I want to do something about it. And I made the decision that I want to write that story. And I was really happy about it, really motivated. I was like, oh my God, I want to learn everything and start writing the story. And after I've done my research, I think I need to pivot. So there are couple of reasons that I need to do the pivot, and I'm gonna be extremely happy if you let me know what you think about all of this and what maybe you're gonna do if you were in my position, or what you did if you were in this similar situation. So one of the reasons I want to pivot is because I have zero experience. Like, I don't know how to write engaging stories. I don't know how to plot, outline, how to structure the story. I don't know how to write it so engaging that the readers to keep on reading without closing the book. I don't know how to write my characters, and for me it's extremely important to the book not only to be story driven, but also character driven. And I really love when I'm reading this big series and I'm connected to the characters and I'm wanting to learn what's going on with their life, and I'm just wanting for more and more. And I want to have the same connection with my book, my characters, with the reader, but I don't know how to do that. And everything right now in the beginning, it sounds so fun and I kind of want to learn all of this, but then I'm scared and think because of my lack of experience, I'm just gonna mess my story and I'm just gonna ruin it, Another reason of why I'm pivoting is I don't know myself as a writer. I don't have that kind of identity. So even right now saying that I want to become a writer, I want to write a book, I'm a beginner writer, it sounds so weird in my head that I'm scared to say it out loud. I'm definitely not gonna go outside and tell the world that, hey, I'm writing a book in my free time. So I need first to accept that identity. I need to accept that I'm writing a book and maybe I want to become a writer. Then I don't know, my writing routine. I don't know if I prefer to write in the morning, in the afternoon, or for example, I don't know what my style is, or even what kind of genres I want to write. Maybe right now, I want to write fantasy romance, but maybe later I just want to write only romance or only fantasy, or even change the genre, I don't know anything about me as a writer, and that's gonna also take some time to get used to it and to balance my life, work, social life with all of the writing journey. And I know that for all of this it takes time and experience, and I don't need to freak out so much, but still there is a couple of reasons for me wanting to pivot. Another reason, and maybe you're gonna laugh at me for saying it, but it's publishing. So the story that I have in my mind, it's the way, like the moment I structure it, it turned out to be like 6-7 books series. Yes, so I'm zero experience. I'm a beginner writer. I don't know what's going on, and I want to write 7 books. Like, I want to write 7 books. And let's say like the worst scenario here. Okay, so let's say I have the books now. I'm trying to like give it to someone to publish it. It's a no. I try another one. No. Then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it like I'm gonna self-publish. Still people are not buying the books. So that means I just start my journey. I started creating a story, like 7-book story. And it's a no, like people don't like it. And then what? Like everything goes to the trash and I need to move on? No, if that's the worst scenario, like if this happened to me with my dream story, with my legacy, with my baby, it's just like a straight bullet to my head, like, okay, we're gonna close this, we're never gonna talk about this, and I'm done with my writing career, So it's way easier to work on a project, let's say 1-book project or duet, to try to sell it, to see it's not working, and to like drink 1 bottle of wine, to cry your eyes out, and just to move to the next project. Of course, it's going to be extremely hard because, again, this is also your baby, because you created like 1 or 2 books and it came literally from your hard work, your time, and your head. But still, it's going to be way easier to like create 5 different projects and to gain experience and every time to move on than to start with Titanic, 7-book ship, 7-book series, and if the ship is sinking, you're not gonna leave it. Like, you're gonna go down with the ship, So I don't want to do that, and I really want to gain experience first, and that's way easier with writing standalones or duet or even 3 books than starting directly with 7 books. And also, if I see what the authors are doing, like my favorite authors, like they had so many, like not so many, but they had different projects before their popular series. They even have prequel series. So they also didn't start it directly with their books, their things. So yeah, and right now, after I've done my research, after I spend hours, days, weeks even, like reading and watching and searching for a lot of different information about writing and books, and literally everyone is start small and just gain experience, enjoy the process, and see what's gonna happen. And if you have this amazing story in your head, just outline some ideas, close the book, and later when you have the experience, go back and write it. Because if I write my dream story right now, I'm not gonna like it because it's gonna be the first book. And as every first book or first paint or first pancake, every time the first is the worst, and that is because it's the first, because I didn't have the experience. So I don't want to do that to my legacy. So I just need to pivot. Like, I need to write other projects that to help me gain experience, so later I can go back and to write my dream book. And that's basically the reason why I'm pivoting. Again, I'm gonna be really happy to hear, like, what do you think about all of this? If it's like I'm just in my head and I'm just like way too much overthinking and thinking for the future, or you were also in the same place as me and you also decided to work on other project. Like, I'm gonna be really happy to hear your thoughts no matter what they are. And And basically, yeah, I think I want to give you some kind of an update about my dream story, because I think I never actually told you like what exactly my story is. And I'm also gonna share my project that I'm gonna start working on. So in my previous video, I bought these 2 notebooks because, as I said in my previous video, it's really good to start writing everything on paper and then to move to computer and writing on the computer. So literally writing on paper boosts your creativity and help you structure things and see things more clearly than on your computer. And also I really like the idea of picking different notebooks based on your like theme and mood board and stuff like that. Also, starting from paper and finishing on paper, it's kind of, I don't know, like the vibe, like the idea. So yeah, I bought 2 different notebooks. This is my dream project. This is Freya's story. So the main character is called Freya. I didn't come up with title for my series or even for the first book, so I'm just gonna call it like Freya's story. So here it's extremely complicated. Because Freya, she's a girl around 25, 26 years old. She's living in a really beautiful island. Her father is all the time protecting her, providing with everything that she needs. So she basically just lives her life in that island. But of course, she wants more. She wants to go outside, to be like to explore the world, to go on adventure and stuff like that. And one day she awakens her magic, and because she's so powerful that she's like putting everyone around her in danger, so she needs to move to the Citadel of Dreams and to become a mage. And there she meets my other characters that are 6 of them. Oh my god, I have 7. Because it's Freya, Odette, Nuzerai, Rai, Lunette, the twins, yes, so 7 characters. Later in the second books, another 3 are coming, like her brothers, and then the other main male character. So basically I have like 10, 11 characters, 7 books, complicated magic system, complicated world, because like there is a big map, there are 4 territories, it's like full of politics and who needs to kill who because of territories and problems, and I need this and I need that. So it's like her story, it's a thing. So it's really, and all the time she needs to be like careful who she can trust and who can betray her, how much she can tell her family, how much she can rely on people. She needs to gain more experience and to understand how her magic is working, so she can like save the world and help people during the war, because there is also a war here. So yeah, a lot of things are happening here. You got the idea, you know? So yeah. And you know, every time when I'm learning something new, I'm all the time thinking, oh, how this is gonna work for Freya. Oh, how to write this for this character, and the world building and the map should look like that. So I'm really motivated to work on that project. But we're like stopping here for 1 second, and I decided, like, I came up with another idea, and this series, it's called Moon Crystal, and I think the first book, maybe it's gonna be like, let's call it Chosen Under the Moonlight. So one famous author said that before starting the books, like your series, you should come up first with the name, so you know like what you're working on, and it gives you more like idea where you want to go. So as you can see here, I come up with series names and title, like book name, and here I still don't know what's going on. So Chosen by Under the Moonlight, her name is called Serenity. I have a whole theory around her name. Later in another video, I'm gonna talk more about this book, the characters, and where everything is coming from. So for now, that's Serenity. There is male character. There is one side character, her friend. She has family, of course, who are also the villains, I think. So I'm still working on that. But basically, I have one villain, 2, 3 side characters, and 2 main characters. So basically, it's way easier. Also, the world is like 2 kingdoms, and basically, it's like 1 or 2 books. I'm not sure, but literally, start thinking about Serenity. It's way easier than Freya. So I kind of get the idea of start small and prepare yourself later for the big project. And maybe right now you're gonna be like, you know, Lina, you're just a coward. You just don't want to face what's in front of you. And maybe you're right. I just want to say that all the time in my life when I wanted something and I'm like really passionate about it, really obsessed with it, I just go straight without even thinking, without even doing research, without, you know, even questioning stuff. And all the time in the end, I'm just like there comes an obstacle and I cannot pass it and I just stop and I drop everything. So right now, I really want to learn first to have patience, then to have consistency, then to really, when the hard time comes, to work, to not stop. And I really want to do things the right way. And I don't want to start with Freya and just to face all of the problems that writers are facing, like how to balance life, how to keep writing no matter that you don't like the story or you want to change everything or you're not motivated, or how to learn to edit, or how to even give your first draft to someone to read it, you know, like, or how not to burn out, because that's definitely gonna happen with me. So if I have to face all of the writer's problems and to work on my dream story, I think I won't handle it. Call me a coward, but I won't handle it. And right now I want to be reasonable. I want to try to first make small steps before going to the big project, because I never did that in my life. So maybe I have to one time to try other way around, you know? So literally writing Freya's story, it's gonna help me gain experience to write Freya's story, and I think that's the right thing to do. So yeah, I'm thinking like this pivot, it's really reasonable. It's not because I'm scared. It's just the right thing to do. And it's really painful. I as I said, every time when I'm like learning something, I'm all the time thinking about how to add this or to change Freya's world or how to even make it better. And it's not like I don't want to write Freya's story, but I just need to like try to be logical at some point. So yeah, so I'm pivoting. I'm not gonna write my dream book. I'm gonna write a whole new project. I hope I can, in the next videos, I can show you and update you more about her world, her family tree, her magic system, her everything. And yeah, if you're watching my next videos, it's gonna be about Serenity. So yeah, I hope you guys like the idea. Of course, I'm gonna be happy to hear your opinion about all of this. And yeah, see you next time.